Hi everybody, Vickieverlie here. We're going to try something new. I'm going to do a birthday reading. And it's going to be a year ahead reading, but it's not starting at the first of the year, it's starting at your birthday month. So in this first one, we're going to do Aries, and it's going to start in April, and it's going to go from April of 2025 through April of 2026. Now, this is not limited. I know people just rattle that up, oh, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus all the time, but I wanted to dive a little deeper before we start to show you more about it, because you can apply this to any placement that you have in Aries. And I'm going to try to get this in a really good spot here so you can really see it. You can get a screenshot and refer back to it later. So if you have Sun sign in Aries, this is your solar return, your birthday season, your personal new year. If you have a rising in Aries, that's when the sun will be going over your ascendant. So this cycle, this year-long cycle is what it is, okay? I'm just going to pull our wheel out. So when this goes over your rising sign, it also starts off a new beginning. And that's a new beginning in self-expression, self-actualization, how you present yourself to the world. And then if you have a moon in Aries, it's going to be a new beginning, a new cycle of intuition, subconscious mind, dreams, and maybe something to do with your mother. If you have Mercury in Aries, it's a new cycle of communication, writing, thoughts, idea, and community. If you'd have Venus in Aries, it's a new cycle of love, romantic or otherwise, creativity, money, and wealth. If you have Mars in Aries, and if I put it up here we can see better, huh? Then it's a new beginning in sexuality, passion, ambition, vitality, and initiatives. If you have Jupiter in Aries, it's a new cycle of abundance, luck, good fortune, a time of great attraction. It's either, I have to change a couple of things. But Saturn, responsibility, father figures, long-term goals, and foundations. Uranus, freedom from constraints, computers, electronics, media. Neptune, spiritual pursuits, creativity, music, dance, photography. And then finally Pluto is a new cycle of death and rebirth, big change, and big money transactions. So there's a couple mistakes. I guess I'll have to fix this. But this is the rundown. So it's not just your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and they all have a specific meaning. Now, if you don't know where your planets are, of course, there's a lot of material online where you can find it. But also, this is a good time if you are Aries, Sun, or Rising in particular, to order the year ahead reading that I offer. It's an astrology reading. It's like 60 to 70 pages long. And at the very top of the reading, it's going to say where each of your planets are. So not only will you have this 60 to 70 page report of every single astrological aspect and what it means to you for the entire year, but you will also have a record of all your planets if you don't know where all your planets are. Because a lot of people know their Sun, Rising, and Moon, and maybe now people do know their Venus, but each has its own cycle and its own meaning. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to throw 2 cards per quarter. So the quarters are going to be, the first quarter is April, May, June of 25, second quarter July, August, September of 25, third quarter October, November, December of 25, and then the fourth quarter is the first 3 months of next year, January, February, March of 2026. So you can even come back and refer to this later on. So I'm going to do the 2 cards per quarter, and you can interpret it like what I just showed you. You can rewind the tape and do it that way. Of the different cycles, because it's a different cycle for each placement in your astrology, okay? And then at the end, we're going to pull a Happy Hamza, Holy Hamza card from my deck, and we're going to pull an animal totem for the upcoming year. I'm going to give this a try. We'll try it for each sign, and next month we'll do Taurus, or maybe later this month. I'm a little late getting this going. I've been throwing this idea around for a while, and I thought, well, why not? Well, one of the things I want to talk to you guys about too with the Aries is because you're going to have this whole, the Neptune is in your sign, so there again it is the spirituality, the spiritual pursuits, the creativity, and all these sorts of things. And there's also going to be, Saturn is going to go into your sign a little later. I'm trying to find the records that goes along with that. Let's see here. This is 2024. Well, Saturn is going to be going into your sign also as well this year. These are transits, 2025 transits. Here we go. And that's going to be in May. So Neptune will be in your sign in this quarter, and then, well, actually Saturn as well. And these are, very big transits. These are very big things. Neptune brings creativity and spirituality, so it affects, your different planets, as we just said. And then Saturn brings these long-term goals and ambitions and big foundations, big karmic cycles as well. Okay, well, let's get into the card part of it, and I hope that you're doing well, and happy birthday if it is your solar return birthday, this Aries. But it's good for all Aries placements. So we're going to do 2 cards for the first quarter. Okay, we have, for the first quarter, we've got 3 of Rods and the Hermit. Next, we're going to shuffle up for the second quarter for July, August, September of this coming year of 2025, the second quarter. 2 cards for that era, or section, or time frame. High Priestess and the Knight of Cups. Very Neptunian. This is very Neptunian, as we're talking about Neptune going into your sign. Okay, next we're going to go to the third quarter, which is October, November, December of 2025. Third quarter, we have 7 of Swords, and we have the Hierophant. Okay, and then the fourth quarter, do a quick shuffle here. For the fourth quarter, for Aries, all placements. Does not only sun, rising, and moon, it's all placements, okay? So here we go, 2 cards for that. We've got Ace of Pentacles, and we've got the 8 of Cups. I was doing a little test demo video, and this card kept popping out during my little demo. I was just trying to see how it would line up. I was moving it around different ways to put the spread out and stuff. And this card was popping out a lot. But let's start at the beginning. So your ship is coming in perhaps after a long period of waiting. But here with the Hermit also, can also be construed as sort of a Neptunian kind of a placement or representation, because it does talk about going into these higher states of consciousness, trying to meditate. I know, Aries, you're always so active, and sometimes it can be hard for you to settle down and meditate and things like that. So by allowing yourself to meditate, by allowing to communing with your higher self, very prevalent for the next 6 months in this quadrant and this quadrant as well, tuning into your intuition and everything, that's where you can get the breakthrough ideas, my guides are saying. That's where the breakthrough ideas can come, the big messages, the big downloads, and where you could see the success on the horizon. Okay, next second quarter, again, very Neptunian, but this is also very dreamy and romantic. The Knight of Cups could be a water sign person, a Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, sun, rising, the whole shebang. But it also, just in a general sense, it is creativity. This could be your creative stuff getting really triggered and really sparked and creative. The High Priestess is definitely your intuition. It's definitely going within. It's also, what I'm hearing, is standing in your dignity. Now, the 3 hearts on the top of this deck is really standing out to me. And I want to say it's going to be 3, and you got a 3 here too. I feel like it's this 3 hearts are joined as one is what I'm hearing. So if it could be like a baby coming, somebody could be having a baby, or maybe if you're looking, you're going to meet somebody who already has a child, or, just could be maybe even a pet, I want to say, in some circumstances. But the thing is here that 3 hearts are joined as one. There is this idealized romantic thing. There is this sense of falling in love. This could also definitely be a major creative thing. Maybe a creative collaborator or somebody who inspires you in a creative way. As we move on to the third quarter of your upcoming Aries, transit year, which is going to be October, November, December in 2025, it looks like something may be taken away from you. You may have to, some struggles that you're going to have to deal with. But they want you to go with the Hierophant. So the Hierophant is, well, for some I feel it could be your church. Maybe you could go to your church for help. But for more, I feel it's just like, don't try to settle this yourself. You might want to have to even go consult a lawyer. It may be synchronistic that you may meet a lawyer during this first quarter that you may not need right now, but you will need later on. A lawyer, or if it's a corporation, you want to go to human services or something like that. You want to go to the bigger entity for help. You might be in over your head, and you might not be able to resolve this on your own. Okay, the fourth quarter, which is the early 3 months of next year, leading up to the next Aries return cycle, right? Because Aries return cycle is always in March and April, okay? We're just going to use the April as the month. We're always going to use April and then May and so on for Taurus. So this is the last, for this cycle of the sun moving all the way around the wheel, starting with Aries and moving all the way around and then returning to Aries next spring. This is the final leg of that journey, okay? The leg of that cycle. Got Ace of Pentacles here, so there's some kind of new beginning and money coming for you at that time. This is the time when a lot of people will get year-end bonuses and things like that. So it could be for some, it might be something like that. But it's going to allow you to move on from a difficult situation. That's what it's saying. And you have this moon is standing out to me. You have been having these eclipses in your sign. And no matter what, if it's your Venus or your Mars, all the things I read in that first list, it's affecting those areas of your life. Well, the thing is now this year, those aren't going to be happening anymore. So it could even be like you've gathered all the wisdom and lessons that have come through that era, that time frame, and you're ready to make a new beginning on whatever level. A new foundation, a new foundational beginning, which is also a big part of Saturn, which is coming in May, okay? All right, so I'm going to pull a card from my Holy Hamza deck, just an overall card for the year. Oops, this one wanted to fly out, Earth. So Earth energy. Earth is all about really being grounded. I noticed on the last video, if I block out the background, you might have a better chance of seeing, because let those words in the background stand out to you. It's better this way to catch the light. There's background text, okay? So the Earth is building a foundation, just like I was talking about. Financial growth and stability, yes. And the Earth sign times, so this could also refer to Earth sign time frames, okay? So that's going to be next time in May in Taurus here. Then we're going to have September for Virgo. And then we're going to have really December to January here for Capricorn, okay? Now we're going to pull one animal totem that's going to be representative of you for this upcoming annual cycle, the solar cycle. Oops, it fell on the ground. Let's get it. So it falls on the ground, you know that's the one for you. You got the squirrel. The squirrel is also a card for me of great abundance. It definitely refers to money and stuff like that. Okay, plentifulness, frolic and play. Planting seeds for future prosperity. That's very much coincides with this. Moving with balance and grace, High Priestess, and speed. There's your Aries energy. Healing through grounding in the earth. That's the final sentence. And then you've got the earth card too. So try to stay grounded. There's a lot of shifting energy of different planets that are going to be moving in through the sign of Aries, which will affect you no matter where your placements are. Again, this, if you are, especially if you're Aries Sun or Rising, this is a great time to order that year ahead astrology report that I offer. It's only $22 and it's chocked full of information. You can refer to it the whole year long. Whether maybe you already know your planets or you don't, but if you don't know your planets, it's all listed there too. So it's a good reference to check, if you want to check some more beyond just Aries, Sun, Rising, Moon, and Venus. It lists all the planets. So, there's a good chance, especially if you're Aries Sun sign, there's a good chance that you may have Mercury in Aries. You may have Mars in Aries, because those inner planets follow pretty closely along with the Sun's travels through the zodiac, okay? All right, so this is just the very first one. I'm going to give it a try for a while. I hope you like it. If you do like it, please make a comment or like and hit that like or comment down in the description, because that always helps this algorithm. We're going to try keep doing it for a while. And so again, rewind to the beginning. It's going to affect the different planets in your chart. A different cycle is starting to be depending on where it is. The solar cycle is always your birthday, called your solar return. Your moon cycle is it's affecting, your moon, your emotions. So wherever it is, it's going to affect a different planet in your chart, depending on the planets in your chart, if that makes any sense. I try to break it down as as simply as possible, but hopefully you're getting the gist of it. And again, you can go back and freeze frame that thing where I was talking about the different planets. And I'm going to go make those corrections too. I saw there was a couple of typos. So when Taurus comes up next month, it should be corrected. All right, everybody. So just a fun little new reading, you know, because I don't do the individual readings anymore. I thought, well, why don't I do a birthday or annual, solar annual reading for each sign. So we'll give it a try for a while and see how it does. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, you are Love and Beauty Incarnate. My new deck is available over on the Game Crafter. You can find links below if you'd like to work with it. I've been working with it, and it's really insightful. Doesn't require a lot of study or knowledge. It's all pretty straightforward. And it includes modern day things. And you can see how cool that lined up with the earth on both cards. I thought that was really cool. So getting all kinds of cool confirmation and synchronicities with it. So have a great year, Aries, and happy birthday again. And I'll be back again soon with another reading. Till then, bye.